everybody, this is Just Fresh.
And this is Monty Bush.
Welcome to episode 16, baby! Jabroni Bros Wrestling Podcast. We are back, guys.
Definitely back.
And better than ever, much like the boss man, Eric Bischoff. Yep. Bush, how are you doing, my man? We have had 2 weeks off from the podcast. We've had some time to recoup, chill with our family, do some things. What is new with you, my brother? How are you living?
I'm fine, man. Just dad life. Getting ready to do some more shows. Obviously, Jabroni Bros is ready to do some shows.
Yes. Why don't we talk about that a little bit, man? On the last episode, we were previewing how you had the show coming up on Uptown Takeout. Why don't we talk about that show a little bit? What went down? Who are the people that performed with you and all that?
All them niggas don't matter. It's me, Auntie Bush.
Hey, he said it, not me.
No, it was Rasar, Scourge, and myself. Skills Overhyped did a BBoy Exhibition.
Black D was in the house too, right?
Black D was there, which was dope. I was glad to see him and
seen some TPR folks.
Oh my God, a lot of my folks from TPR was there. A lot of Sacramento legends were in the building, and it looked like it was definitely needed.
It felt good, man. I popped up on you randomly. You wouldn't even expect me to show up.
Did not expect you because you had your wedding the next day.
Yeah, man. But it's like, it's all love, man. I mean, me and you, we sit down every Sunday, or at least almost every Sunday to record this podcast. So it's like, the least I can do is come out and support my brother, man. And I had a good time. And it was just dope to be in the Sacramento hip hop scene again. Hell, man, we had a little cypher at the end. I even got down. You got down, and I was happy to see you get down, and it was a clean 6-step.
Yeah,
man. There's plenty more where that came from, man. So that it was great. But besides that, man, anything else new with you? What do we got coming up in June, right?
We got a show Friday, June 18th at the Rush Room on K Street in downtown Sacramento. Just Fresh will be DJing.
That's right, baby.
So Jabroni Bros will be in the house.
Jabroni Bros doing podcasts together, doing live events together. We making some shit happen, man. This is going to be dope because honestly, I haven't been able to spin anything in like the B-Boy community in like, I'd say, sheesh. Last time I spun was maybe 2015.
Yeah, that's been a minute.
Yeah, and it's dope for me because it's like, yo, this is what I came from. So for me, they'll spin some danceable music that people would just get down to or just maybe nod your head with or maybe something you can, bust a little two-step with your lady with. I spin it all, baby.
And I'm going to be performing with Century Got Bars and Nobody. And we should have some more special guests coming in and out. So.
Hell yeah, and I think you said you're going to be doing a B-Boy battle too, or like a little exhibition or something?
Yeah, there should be an exhibition battle. I'm still working out all the details because I can't really name everybody yet, but it's looking very promising.
Where can they go to find out more information?
You can go to my Instagram, MatiBush916. You can also
link in the bio.
Yep, link in the bio.
Simplest way to find it. So if you don't find it on his page, I also shared the flyer on mine at JustFresh916.
Yep.
Community support, man. He's at me spin. How can I not support my brother?
I'm balancing between 10,000 Instagram followers right now. So
hey.
If you guys can, give me a follow.
Yo, hey, while we on the subject, he got almost 10,000. I'm at like 1,500. Y'all, if y'all listen to this podcast, y'all need to support me too. I'm sick of this shit. And especially because I don't know if y'all realize this, but when y'all send us your messages to the Jabroni Bros podcast, Instagram and all that, I'm the person that's responding to all this shit. It ain't him. Yeah. So y'all better follow my ass too. I'm getting sick of this shit.
It's very rare that I respond, man. It's very rare.
And while we're at it, man, we need your guys' support. So get your asses on Apple iTunes and leave us a 5-star review, a written review. Please, only 5 stars and up. That's the way that we can get in front of those Apple algorithms and really get our podcast to where it needs to be. So if you're one of the 30 regular listeners that we get every single week, we need you to go on Apple iTunes, leave that review for us.
I'm talking to you, Mondo.
That's right, Mondo. Yo, shout out to Mondo, man. Yo, he was on our ass. He was like, yo, what's up with all the YouTube? Like what's good, man? Like we need the visuals.
I've had some people hit me up asking like, hey, are you guys gonna be back? Are you guys doing anything? I'm like, yeah, we just had a couple of weeks, man. We have to do some things sometimes, man.
Last week was Mother's Day. The week before that, I had a wedding.
Yep.
For those our newest listeners, I am a wedding DJ. I do wedding entertainment, so you can find out more information at justfreshent.com. I do photo booth, lighting, DJ, MC. I do it all.
I mean, he makes me look good. Look at this. That's amazing.
But he is the beautiful man.
That's true. This is true.
Let's get into some news and rumors, man.
All right, news and rumors.
All right, so in the 2 weeks that we have been off, we've had some major storyline developments. The first thing that I wanted to get into was Daniel Bryan leaving SmackDown.
Didn't know that his contract was really up. I just thought it was part of a storyline, but it's true. He'll be back.
You know, you were the one that was pushing for a heel turn for Daniel Bryan for months.
I was, and you know what? I still feel like he's like the Daniel LaRusso of that whole storyline. Like he's still. If you look at it from the Cobra Kai side, he was the bad guy.
And we just seen WWE Wrestlemania Backlash, and we saw in that main event, Roman was talking that shit, and he was like, yo, what do you say? I'm gonna do you like Daniel Bryan? What did he say?
Something about DB. This is very DB.
Yeah.
DB.
Yeah, so Roman's still taunting him, man. So I think their storyline is far from over.
Me too. I think
there's more gas in that tank. I think he'll be back later on. Maybe, what'd you say, Royal Rumble?
I say Daniel Bryan, Royal Rumble.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Man, why don't we talk about... There's been a lot of stuff going on in the wrestling world, but I think it's only appropriate that we acknowledge what's been going on with A&E, their biography series, man. They've been on fire lately. So the last one that I seen was the Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
And then I saw the Macho Man one. I didn't get a chance to see the Booker T episode, but I wanted to just kind of give my thoughts on the Roddy Piper and at least the Macho Man one. Did you get to happen to see those, sir?
I did not see Macho Man's because I feel like I know a lot about Macho Man. And he was one of my favorite wrestlers. So, like, the only thing I was really interested in was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's part in that.
Yeah, and that was the social media clip that you sent me. That's what really, like, drew me into the actual show. But when I actually watched it, I want to say they did a great job of covering his WWF career, but as soon as it came to WCW, they just kind of they acted like his run was meaningless, but he was doing some shit in WCW.
Yeah, he was a part of the storyline. He's part of the reason why Hogan turns heel.
At Bash at the Beach?
Yeah, that was on my birthday, July 7th. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
How could you?
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'll never forget it.
Or even like his run with NWO Wolfpack, his matches, he had feud of the year with DDP, so it's like...
Yeah, fuck Hogan.
As always, fuck Hogan.
Yeah. But Macho Man. So I know a lot about Macho Man. Pipers, I've actually seen a couple of times in different areas.
What'd you think about that one?
I always love it. I love Piper.
I never was a fan of Roddy Piper, and I was just like, "Yo, this dude's hella racist." Like
he was. Too.
And it's like so I was looking at it with modern eyes. So of course, looking back, it's like I didn't grow up a fan of him, so I was just like, whatever, this motherfucker's wearing a kilt. Like this ain't for me anyway. Like
I say, he did racist ass things, but he knew that was gonna get him heat.
He was doing stuff for heat. And now that I'm an adult, I can see that, and it made me appreciate him more. Seeing how old school that he was with everything, and how they literally had to move to the country just so they could even just have a normal life. Yeah. His son was getting beat up in school because of his heat. That's major heat, bro.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore in wrestling. And I'm like,
playing like cucaracha.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
The bagpipes.
Yo, he's in Mexico.
I've seen this before.
And he said that for the Mexican national anthem,
yeah,
All Rise, and they played La Cucaracha.
And my wife was highly offended.
How could she not be?
And this happened years ago. She's like, that was her instant point of I'm not caring about the rest of this shit.
Yeah.
She was hella mad because she was like, yo, I tried to tell her, I tried to warn her. Yo, Roddy Piper did some shit.
Yeah. It was deep, man.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Booker T one.
Oh, dude. That shit is personal. Because it breaks down his entire childhood up until where he is today. And that was so far, that is my favorite one that I've seen. And that even beats Austin's, and I loved Austin's.
I gotta watch it, man. It's for sure on my list. For some reason, I had it on my DVR, and it only recorded the first 30 minutes. I think there might have been something else that my fiance was recording or something, went over it, but it's on demand, so I'm gonna try and catch it.
Yo, you gotta watch that.
Man, why don't we really, I tried to avoid this as much as I could, but we gotta get into some sad news.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace to New Jack.
Yeah.
We found out this past Friday, New Jack, former ECW legend, or will always be an ECW legend, the hardcore legend, the natural born killer.
Yeah.
New Jack passed away from a heart attack.
So me and my man Beto at my job, we were talking about this, and then he sent me that post in IG. It said R.I.P. New Jack. I was like, what? Like, I flipped out because we were just talking about him. And we were talking about how he felt like he wanted to pass away, how he wanted to die.
Yeah, he said, so the fans of the Dark Side of the Ring series, so that gave a perfect insight to his mentality.
Right.
He showed like he did not give a damn about anyone or anybody. It was literally just about taking care of his character and sticking to kayfabe. And it was great, man. And
I've seen interviews outside of that too with him and Jim Cornette, and they're really good, man. Like, New Jack has always been New Jack.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, no matter where.
He's just a real ass dude, and he made wrestling real. His incident with mass transit when he threw Homeboy off the top of the staging, man. There's so many different things, and I'm just thankful that we got to see more of him in the Dark Side of the Ring series. And it shed a new light on him. It basically gave him his flowers. It's, and it's kind of reminiscent of like the whole DMX thing with Versus, because like everybody kind of forgot about him for a long time. But once he did that Versus with Snoop, everybody was like, "Yo, I forgot how amazing that DMX was." And it's literally parallels with New Jack.
I can see that.
New Jack is the DMX of wrestling
for sure. You can't even do like highlight clips of him from what Paul Heyman was saying on WWE.
On Talking Smack, Paul Heyman he ended the show giving some love to New Jack and his family.
Yep. Yeah, man. R.I.P. to New Jack.
R.I.P. man. All right, so as we were talking about the Dark Side of the Ring series, we might as well talk about the last two episodes that have been going on. I got to check the Brian Pillman episode and the Nick Gage. Did you happen to see both, sir?
Saw both of them. Found out more about Brian Pillman than I ever knew, and I'd only heard of Nick Gage before, just like in random passing. And both episodes was crazy.
Both were amazing, man. The Brian Pillman one, that really got to me, because first off, I had no idea that he had like so many different partners that he was with, and then that the whole story between Flying Brian Jr.'s son, or Flying Brian Jr. And his mom, and how she pretty much like she was like a stripper, I guess, and then Brian fell in love with her, and then they tried to just get rid of his first family, and like pretty much his first baby mama became like crazy from it, and ended up committing suicide because they took her children away from her, and the new wife was a terrible mother.
Yeah, no, there's some dark stuff on that, man. I mean, Dark Side of the Ring, it is, you know what I mean? It is what it is, but... And
Brian Pillman, he's like, I'm just now getting to the point where I can talk to my mom. Like, man, that was tough. Nick Gage's episode was crazy. The emotion behind that, seeing his drug use.
Seeing him and his brother, like, kind of going at it before his brother took his own life, and then he has to walk out every day and look at that bridge that his brother jumped off.
That's literally in his backyard. That is nuts, man.
Like, that's hardcore. That's hardcore. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's MDK, Murder, Death, Kill.
Yeah. MDK. Yo,
Murder, Death,
the
Kill.
fact that he came out every single match with a bandana on, but the one time he does something that requires to have a bandana, this man robbed a bank with no mask on. He went straight future, fuck it, mask off, and just went straight for the kill. He needed to get that money. I ain't mad at it, but come on, Nick.
Nick, man, you was wild, man. You was wilding, bro. Yo, but I respect everything that you do, because there's no way in hell I would want to get in a death match. There's
no way. And then seeing the stuff that he did with David Arquette, like, that was dope. I had heard rumblings about it before, but to see like both the real in-depth story behind it, I was like, and David Arquette, he was just trying to like, I'm not this whack dude from WCW that you guys know me as. Like, I can actually wrestle now. So
he tried. He wanted a redemption. You know what I mean? And he said by any means. So he went in with Nick Gage.
Went in with the wrong person, man.
Definitely on a death match. That was the wrong move.
But yeah, man, I've been loving everything that's been going on Vice TV lately. I don't know if you've gotten a chance, but we found out earlier this month that MLW Fusion was coming to Vice TV, and they are now on the show. So every Saturday night, a brand new wrestling show to catch up with, and now there's been talks of them working directly with WWE.
I'm okay with that. I mean, it's only going to help WWE by being on Vice. You know what I mean? And translating over to all the other networks that they're on. Of course, that'd be a good idea.
And at this point, I feel like NXT has such a surplus of talent, especially in the Performance Center that's not getting any TV time. Give them somewhere to go. Give them some matches that they can have. This is similar to when NXT had Evolve, in which that's where Velveteen Dream came from, Darby Allin, that's where Orange Cassidy was at, Austin Theory, all the Keith Lee, Matt Riddle. These guys were all there first. That's where they went before NXT. So it's like it just gives them more experience, get the reps in.
And that'd be great for like The Rock's daughter.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean
Simone Johnson. Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Man, why don't we talk about Andrade?
Andrade and Kenny Omega and AEW, like all that stuff.
Not in AEW. We're talking about Andrade challenging for the AAA World Championship in Mexico.
Okay.
He wants to take one of the belts away from Kenny Omega.
I'm here for it. Isn't that supposed to be in July? I heard they signed that.
No, actually, it's going to be in August. At
okay.
Triple Mania.
Okay.
Yeah, but either way, I'm here for it. Well, Andrade said when he leaves WWE, he wants to come back stronger. So what better way than to face one of the biggest names in wrestling?
Yep.
One of the guys that's known as the best wrestler in the world.
And you got all these belts, bruh. You got a belt, you got a problem.
Got a belt, got a problem. and plus, while we're talking about Andrade, we might as well talk about Zelina Vega as well. There's been rumbles that she is going to be back in WWE soon.
I hope so. I hope she's back and they realize their mistake by letting her go.
That was a mistake.
That was a mistake to me.
Because she's a star. And with that, I kind of get it with the whole Twitch thing. You want to be able to stream and retain your rights, but if WWE is negotiating things, you kind of just got to go with the flow sometimes.
It is what it is.
Or leave the damn company.
I mean, it's one of the two. I mean, it is what it is. They want their piece of the cake. You know what I mean? That's what it is, and you're talent for us. Like, I get it. It sucks, but it is what it is.
You know what else sucks? Velveteen Dream was seen.
Yo, Velveteen Dream, dog.
Velveteen Dream was seen backstage at Monday Night Raw. We don't know what's up with him. We don't know where he's been, but boy, has he had some accusations thrown at him lately that paint him in a very negative light. This dude is phenomenal in the ring, phenomenal as a character, but boy, did he fuck himself over outside of the ring.
You've said everything perfectly right there. Paint himself, all that stuff. Like, that was perfect. I was like, yo, this fool is on fire. Go ahead.
Hey, man.
Talk.
We've been off for 2 episodes, man. We got to make sure we bring that heat, man.
Velveteen Dream. I don't really know what to say to you, except...
Dream's over.
Yeah, man. Bro, all I got to say is, where's Keith Lee? That's what I want to say.
Yo, tell me about it, dude. I've been missing Keith bad. There's been rumbles of like, yo, where's Keith? Where's Keith? Dave Meltzer said that I guess he's not hurt anymore, and they're basically waiting for like a storyline to insert him in. But I'm ready for Keith Lee. I'm ready for his big monster push.
Well, we just saw what happened tonight at Backlash with Bobby Lashley, so
he's gonna need some fresh opponents.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why don't we talk about NXT, man? We found out there's going to be fans in attendance again, or actually, I should say more fan attendance, starting May 18th. So this is coming up super quick.
That's what's up. NXT has been very hit and miss with me for the last month, honestly. Because, like, yes, there are great matches, but yes, man, there are so many botched moves that have happened where I'm like scared for the wrestler themselves. Like,
yeah, man, if you're gonna say that, you gotta say the same thing for AEW.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Because the same shit's happening over there.
Yo.
And honestly, I've been loving NXT lately.
No. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, there are matches that I love, but there is some stuff in there where I'm like, yo, I can't believe they put that on TV.
Like who? What you talking about?
This last one that just happened with the champion. What's her face? Old Texas girl.
Shotzi. We talking about Raquel Gonzalez?
Yeah, Raquel Gonzalez and Mercedes.
Big Maga?
Yeah.
Big Maga versus Little Maga.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yo, so Big Maga was on her knees. Little Maga hit the ropes. And she tried to...
Oh, man, Texas Maga versus Massachusetts Maga.
Yeah, man. And like, the Massachusetts Maga came over and like... Oh my gosh. 2 weeks off, we got the energy back, baby.
We got the energy back.
So yeah, there was just a couple of spots in that where I was like, yo, like, what the hell just happened? Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I didn't pay much attention to that match. I didn't expect it to be that good. We'll get more into NXT.
Yeah.
But man, why don't we talk about Baron Corbin, man? We found out that he wants the smoke with Jake and Logan Paul. He was on Pat McAfee's show, and for those unaware, Baron Corbin is a legit Golden Gloves boxer, and he said basically like yo, you or your brother, if you want some, come and get it. I'm happy to break one of your faces for a nice payday. Maybe I can fight both of them at the same time. Like, he's with it. He wants the smoke.
Baron Corbin, I mean, this is a perfect opportunity for him to insert himself somewhere and talk. I mean, yeah, you got the skills. You're on TV. Like, you have pull. You can talk that talk. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, why not talk that talk? And if one of them bite, reel them in.
Yeah, and it shows he has more personality than what we just see on SmackDown.
No, he definitely does.
Yeah.
I feel like his personality has came out over the years once he became in that King role.
Yeah. There's been rumors that King of the Ring might be coming back soon.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
King of the Ring is like the notorious event that brings out the best heels.
It elevates whoever becomes the king, for sure.
Yes, it does.
Why don't we get into WrestleMania Backlash, brother, and our reactions from it?
Let's do it.
All right, well, let's get into the first match of the night, which was the Raw Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Asuka and Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair.
Dollar Lockers. What'd you think of this triple threat, man?
It was decent. It had my attention at points.
Yeah, this is a slow open to the pay-per-view.
I did love there's spots in the match. I
Yeah.
love Charlotte Flair jumping off of the damn turnbuckle.
Charlotte was going off.
Charlotte always.
Okay, so
Rhea did great in certain spots. Yeah, it was just like, certain spots were good, certain spots were bad. And
Rhea looked like she was kind of out of place in this match. I'm not gonna lie. I'm down with Rhea. I like everything about her. I think that when you put her in the ring with someone like Asuka and Charlotte Flair, who are bona fide WrestleMania main eventers within themselves, it shows. And she was cool, but it was very choppy. And there were moments where I could see her waiting for a move to happen and just kind of in the shot, and usually someone more experienced would either roll out of the ring or just be placed in a way where they're not positioned directly in front of the camera, just waiting for the shot. But it is what it is. We had predictions before the show. I predicted that Charlotte Flair was going to take the championship tonight. You predicted Rhea Ripley.
Yep. Got one.
You got one.
I got one. I'm okay with that one.
Hey,
I took it.
So what was the finish of the match? You remember?
She hit Asuka with her finisher.
And Charlotte was stuck on the ropes or something, and she couldn't get in. Some bullshit.
Charlotte was thrown out the ropes. She got thrown out, and then Rhea Ripley hit her with Asuka with the finisher, and that was it.
Charlotte looked great in that match, and all they're doing is postponing the inevitable of a Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley 1-on-1. Yeah. She's gonna take that title for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What was the next match that we had? The SmackDown Tag Team Championship, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus Rey and Dominik Mysterio.
I mean, Ziggler was in the back with that jacket on, and then he took that jacket off and brought out his tag team jacket. They beat up Dominik in the back. It made Rey look great. It made Rey Mysterio look good.
Yeah, it really did, because he had to carry the majority of the match. So before the match, we saw Dominik get tore up by the Dirty Dogs. So Rey Mysterio's out by himself. A cool 10 minutes by himself before Dominik basically comes out. And
I felt like this match was hella long. Longer than it needed.
Longer than it needed to be.
Yeah, this match could have cut it short for sure. I think the whole pay-per-view, honestly, could have been a little bit shorter if they wanted it to be.
Yeah, I think they could have added one more match and made all the other matches a little bit shorter.
I'm down for that too. I'm down for that too. I would have loved to see Sheamus on here.
Yeah, yes. But you know what? I will say the reason why I think he wasn't there is because the incident with him and Humberto Carrillo on
Oh
Monday
yeah,
Night Raw,
of course, yeah.
where Carrillo almost broke his damn leg.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess the only other match they could have had was him and Mansoor because that just was there. But
I mean, just something.
Yeah, or he could have done an open challenge.
Where's the Fiend? Where's Alexa Bliss? Like, where's something in between all this? Like,
but you know what? Maybe they'll be there for Hell in a Cell because that's their next big pay-per-view.
I mean, it says Hell, so they gotta be.
Yeah,
there.
but you know what, man? Bray Wyatt and Hell in a Cell. I just always think about
that match
with Seth Rollins,
in
man.
Sacramento.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Forget that.
Yeah.
We're going back to Dominik. Dominik comes in. He gets beat up a lot.
End of story. Dominik gets in the match, gets beat up, hits a frog splash and wins.
Yep.
We have a father and son tag team champion, the first in WWE history.
Yep. And Bubba Ray, Bully Ray.
Yeah.
He was on Twitter and he was like, "Yo, WWE missed the chance to do this title change on Father's Day.
Father's Day weekend. It's perfectly lined up, the next pay-per-view.
And that would have been perfect for that. But I'm not mad at it either because at least it happened. No one was injured before then, which could have happened, and then you missed that completely.
True.
And we need to get those tag team titles off of Ziggler and Rude because, my God, that is like flat soda.
That's been sitting like in the car all day, right?
Yeah, like I'm so sick of these fools. Like, I'm done. Like, and Ziggler is just completely was like, you know what? I'm Shawn Michaels.
Man,
I'm Shawn Michaels.
Don't make me go on that rant again. Oh man, as the biggest Shawn Michaels fan, dude, I hate seeing Ziggler cut up. Like he does such a cheesy version of Shawn. It's not good.
Yeah, no.
But you know what? I give Ziggler props because he can literally make everybody look good that he wrestles with.
Yeah, if you got a finisher or some type of move that always gets over with the crowd, he can sell that thing. Like
he will sell it like freaking Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Who did you have winning that match for your prediction?
I had the Mysterios.
As did I. So Bush has one right. He has two right, 0 wrong. Right now, I am 1-1. The next match of the night we had was Bianca Belair versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yeah, man. This is this match wouldn't have been that good to me if it wasn't for you talking about Bayley as much. Like, you brought out so much more for me to want to watch Bayley. Because I'm watching her now and I'm like, yo, this chick is just dope. Like,
yeah.
She's dope.
I was explaining that.
I've always liked her, but watching this tonight, like, she made Bianca look like $1 million.
Exactly. So in regards to the 4 horsewomen, I put Bayley as the best wrestler, the all-around best wrestler out of the 4 horsewomen. With Sasha Banks being like the big exciting one. She has all of the, she's the flashy one. She has all the cool moves. Charlotte Flair being the biggest star, being the one that can generationally carry this. She'll be the one that people look at like 10 years from now and be like, oh, women's wrestling, Charlotte Flair. Kind of like how we have Roman Reigns currently being in that spot. And then Becky Lynch is the badass. She's the Stone Cold of the generation. With Roman Reigns being like The Rock. You know what I mean? So, or if Sasha was The Rock, then Becky is the Stone Cold.
Yeah.
You know? But the best wrestler, the Kurt Angle of the group, that's Bayley.
That's Bayley, for sure.
And she put on a hell of a show working with Bianca Belair tonight. I was impressed with the story that they've been carrying. Basically,
her just laughing at her is...
Bayley's being a super Karen, and she was messing. She did the wrong thing. You don't touch a black woman's hair. And she learned the hard way.
She did. And... In the finisher, she pins her with her hair, basically. She kicked out, and the ref still counted it. But let's say, hypothetically, let's say this was a botch, right? Let's say this was
allegedly.
But Bayley went all the way through with it on some Karen, she was outside, like, you're not gonna get away with this.
Yep. And she went over to the ref and was like, no. That's not it, no. She was just there. She was like full out complaining. It was perfect.
Sounded like one of my aunts. It was really bad. I was catching childhood flashbacks. Oh my gosh. It was awesome. She's good, man.
Shout out to the San Jose Karens.
Yeah, the San Jose Karens. God, that sounds like a horrible powder puff team, dude.
Oh man, I'm sure they're terrorizing people in the Trader Joe's parking lot as we speak. Let's get into the next match of the night, man.
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He got that one right. He chose.
Oh yeah, in regards to the predictions, I chose Bianca Belair to retain.
Yeah.
He chose Bayley, so I got
chose
two.
Karen.
I got two up, one down, and we're tied.
Yeah, we're tied. 2-1.
The next match we had was the match that everybody's been talking shit about on the internet: Damian Priest versus The Miz in a lumberjack match.
This lumberjack match had an interesting turn.
So before the match happened, we noticed they cut to the commentators, and on the Thunderdome screen, I was like, "Yo, Bush, why is there two fucking zombies like there in the background?" I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah.
And I thought I was tripping. I was like, "Oh, maybe that's just like a filter that the people use for the Thunderdome." But then we seen Morrison go in the backstage. He goes to talk to the lumberjacks, and I guess it's a whole room full of zombies.
It was basically to do promo for Dave Bautista's new movie.
Yes, so WWE this pay-per-view was sponsored by Army of the Dead, which is basically a movie with Dave Bautista, and it's very similar to like if anybody plays on Xbox, there's a game called Dead Rising where it's a whole bunch of zombies that are dead and they're like going around killing people. Same type of shit, but it's actual movie. But I guess they had to really connect that into this match because they had a whole bunch of fucking zombies outside.
They did a horrible promo cut of like of the last WrestleMania stuff in between this movie trailer, and they try to connect it, and then they put it in the match where the zombies were the lumberjacks.
Zombies were lumberjacks. They changed the cityscape to they changed the Thunderdome screen for it to look like a city. There was moments in the match where Damian Priest and Miz stopped fighting each other and started fighting the zombies outside of the ring just because they kept attacking them. This was some weird shit.
Ultimately, the way I saw this, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this is made for the video game.
WWE 2K22. It hits different.
Yeah, this is shit. We need money, yo.
Pay me, motherfuckers.
Facts.
But yeah, man, a lot of people, they were shitting all over this. You said that you seen like somebody gave it like a 1/4 star out of 5 stars.
Yeah, like 0.25. I was like, oh my God, that is like the worst rating ever. But like I said, this was for the video game. This is going to be a level in the video game. It has to be.
This was some gimmicky shit that it was just thrown in there. Honestly, it was like a piss break match.
I was pissed at the fact that Alexa Bliss or The Fiend wasn't a part of this. Like, how do you have monsters and not have your monsters?
You have supernatural monsters literally as characters, but you don't have them when you have physical zombies.
And then this is the second pay-per-view that Damian Priest has been on since on the main roster where he's done a gimmick match.
Because last match he had was with Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny was carrying the whole damn match.
Yeah, Bad Bunny was in the match for a long time.
Yeah.
And then this match, he's facing the zombies and The Miz, which he's faced The Miz, I don't know how many times these last Smackdowns, Miz and Morrison.
It's just getting stale, and honestly, I hope this is the end of their storyline so Damian Priest can do something else, because it's just too much now.
Bring Damian Priest, Keith Lee.
I'm cool with that. Or, you know what? Who's the United States champion? Sheamus? Sheamus and Damian Priest.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I want to see next.
I will watch that all day.
I am totally here for that.
Because I'm sick of this. Like, they did so much that they had to bring in zombies.
Yeah.
That's trash.
Now, let's get into one of the most lit matches of the night, man.
But I did have Damian Priest.
Oh, did you?
I did. I believe I did.
No, you didn't. You had The Miz.
God bless him.
Oh, that means I finally came up, baby. I am 3-1. Bush is 2-2 in regards to the predictions.
God bless him. Freaking dumb son of a piece of zombies, man.
Blame it on the zombies.
Didn't help me at all, bruh.
Not one bit.
My career is dead.
Yo, much like freaking Braun Strowman's.
Yo, no, man. Damn, that was a good one, but no.
Yeah, I can't do him like that. Braun was showing up and showing out tonight, man.
Yeah, Braun killed it tonight.
WWE Championship match, Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman. That shit was a banger.
Look, did not expect a suplex from Lashley.
A double suplex.
Yeah, double suplex with Lashley and Drew picking up Braun, and Braun being able to stay in place the entire time, up in the air, and then fall back, jumping off the apron.
Yeah.
doing a bunch of new spots that like I haven't seen him do before.
He did Bray Wyatt's senton splash where he like completely smashed Drew McIntyre.
And then he caught Drew and powerbombed him on the
yeah. Like, Drew went for the freaking Claymore and he caught him midair and powerbombed him through the table.
I mean, he hit Lashley with the stairs. Lashley got thrown through the wall from Drew.
Lashley went bye-bye.
Drew was jumping.
Drew was showing up. Every single person in this match did their thing.
And they're huge. These dudes are big, tall dudes. Like,
big,
you know what I mean?
Big men, big meaty men slamming meat.
Pause.
Unpause. Oh man, this is great. This is better than the WrestleMania match that Drew and Bobby had. I am so here for it, but it is time for them to move on. Please take Bobby and Drew away from each other. I don't want to see them fight anymore.
No, it's got to be Drew and Braun.
Yeah, I'm totally good with that. Let that storyline go on.
Yeah.
Put Bobby with somebody else. He needs some new meat to go up against. Pause.
Pause.
Yeah.
Like I said,
that was a big sus. Damn, I gotta chill on that shit.
Who did I have on that?
For that one, we both had Bobby Lashley, and we both were correct.
We were correct because we rock with Lashley as champ.
Oh, always, man. Team Lashley all the way.
All day.
So that makes me 4-1. You are 3-2.
I'll take it.
Let's get into the last match of the night.
I got a better record than the Kings.
No, shit. Man, being from Sacramento, this shit is heartbreaking.
Bro, they couldn't even get into the play-in. Like, that's the play-in, not the playoffs. Bro, you just got to get into the play-in. They went to the bubble and got their bubble burst. Then they can't even get into the play-in.
Talk to him.
My brother is 14 years old. He has never seen the Kings in the postseason. They've been out for 15 years. He doesn't know what a playoff game looks like in Sacramento.
Hey, too bad, so sad. He didn't grow up in the Chris Webber, Mike Bibby era.
Shout out to Chris Webber for being Hall of Famer.
Shout out to Bobby Divac, Bobby Jackson, you know what I mean? Doug Christie, all y'all, you know what I mean?
They still try to hold them up though, like
that's all that's what we had. And then we had the run on test era, and everything after that just went down.
That was it. After that, it just. But that was all because of the King. Yo, man, Kings are trash.
Shout out to Aaron Fox.
Yep, shout out to Aaron Fox. I do rock with him. That dude is a beast. And Halliburton. Halliburton's dope. He's a good young rookie. All right, my bad.
It's all good, man. If we're going to talk about something that was nasty, we got to get into the Universal Championship match. The Tribal Chief Roman Reigns versus Cesaro.
So,
why don't we talk about the family a little bit?
Yeah, Jey Uso and Jimmy.
Mm-hmm. Usos.
Yo, man, one's with it, one's not with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One's with telling his cousin like, yo, you're the man. The other one's like, yo, man, quit being a bitch.
Straight up. So, and they're twins, so it's like who do you be? You be loyal to the big cousin or to your twin brother? Tell me that ain't a dilemma.
That is a dilemma, and it's a great storyline, man. This honestly has made Cesaro even look better on the mic and just being like, yo, man, like I'm defending. I'm trying to get this belt, and you guys are in the way.
Yo, Cesaro had his hand on everybody tonight.
Yo, dude, Cesaro's MVP for that one.
Yeah, let's get into the match, man. Yeah. Roman Reigns.
He told his cousin, "Hey, stay. You don't even help me. You sound like your brother right now. Get away from me." Yeah, you know what I mean?
Pure disrespect.
I don't even need you.
Jay's trying to, basically like, yo, man, like I'm trying to make this work, but Roman's like, nah, man, like you sound like your brother. You sound like a bitch. Like flat out.
Yeah.
But Roman with the new theme music. We haven't recorded a pod since we've heard the Roman Reigns.
That shit is tight.
That shit is hard.
For people hating, when you shield. Look, the shield's done. It's a wrap.
Y'all still want
Yeah. He ain't walking through no TVs to get to the ring no more, man. This is a new Roman.
Like, Dean Ambrose don't even exist no more, bro. Like come on. He coming out to Wild Thing on AEW now. Like, come on, man. It's new. Times has changed, man. It's time for that Roman Reigns.
And that's raw, bro. That
shit is hard.
That shit is hard. So
slow match at first. Really slow.
Kind of boring.
Yeah.
And then
longer than it needed to be for a minute.
But then things
shit got hot, right?
Yeah, when
it was like a cool 4-act match. It was dead for the first one. Second one, we noticed. Second act was when they started really working on the arm.
Yep.
We noticed the marks all over Cesaro's arms. Roman was talking that shit, the Daniel Bryan shit we was talking about
He's
earlier.
looking in the camera, laughing, talking, just smiling, just having a good old time. You know what I mean?
Cesaro's phenomenal, dude. This was a showcase of his strength tonight.
Again, I didn't realize how tall he is.
He's taller than Roman.
Yeah, he's eye to eye, if not just a little bit taller. And it's like, yo, they've been protecting Roman as this big dude, making him like the big dog. But Cesaro is just as big as this fool.
And we saw Seth at the end of the match, as tall as him as well,
yes.
eyeing his ass up. So it's like...
And Seth was supposed to be the little homie.
Yeah.
In the... whatever. He came out wearing the Garibaldi jacket.
Garibaldi Classic.
Yeah. Before that, who was it? Jimmy or Jay? I always forget.
It was Jay that came out.
So Jay came out.
So, well, at the end of the match, let's talk about some of the spots in the match before we get to that. How about that damn suplex from the outside?
Bro, I didn't think he was going to hit that.
I thought he was going to struggle, like maybe like hit like a and then hit it. But he first try, dude is dead tired in this match, and he pulls that off. What else did he pull off? He was stuck in a guillotine, and he powered out, literally squats Roman, and then body slams him.
I don't even think he did a Cesaro swing one time.
He didn't do one swing. Nope.
He didn't do one swing.
He did the pop up European uppercuts
a couple times.
Roman hit him with that counter when he hit him.
That was pretty fresh.
Flush with the friggin' Superman punch. Like, these two work very well together.
It was a good match. It was better than I expected, especially how slow it started in the beginning. But Cesaro's strength, man, just seeing him being able to pick up Roman and get out of that damn hold that he had him in.
Yeah. So my question for you, if WWE's goal was to elevate Cesaro to a main event level, do you think that they fulfilled that tonight?
I think he's
Or is
close.
he still stuck upper mid?
He's still upper mid, but he's like not far from that card. You know what I mean? Like he's like where Sheamus was at one point, where Sheamus kind of like he could be in the main event, or he can go back down and go get a title, like kind of just bouncing back and forth.
So would you say that he is better positioned right now than where Kevin Owens is?
Yes, right now.
Seeing as how Kevin Owens had a 4-month run with Roman Reigns, he is now back in the Intercontinental title run. But I say, from my personal opinion, I think that this was I don't want to say a full-out star-making performance of Cesaro, but I think that this put everybody on notice with Cesaro tonight. And it was like, yo, this guy can go.
I think what happens is that Cesaro ends up fighting Sheamus for the U.S. title.
Different shows.
God bless it, you're right. He has to get an IC title. He has to get something.
I think that I think that they're just going to keep him upper.
They're
going to try and make.
Well, I mean, he's still fighting Seth, so that's still good.
And Seth is solidified. You know what I mean? He's like he doesn't have to have the title. Just like I say, I put Seth and AJ Styles in the same position. They're top stars with or without a title. They're always going to be in main stories.
You're right. I could see. He's there though now.
Yeah.
Like whatever the case may be, he's there. They recognize him as a damn good wrestler, and tonight definitely showed his power.
What do you think is going to be next for Roman?
Man, Brock. Like I don't know what else or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like
I don't think they're ready for that yet.
Well, it's just one of those things that's like
it's inevitable. Do
you give Brock to Lashley or do you give him to Roman because Roman has Paul, and then you bring that storyline into play?
Okay, so let's book this. Okay, fuck it. Okay, fantasy book. Here's what I would do if I had the positioning of Brock Lesnar. I would bring him back at SummerSlam to challenge Bobby Lashley.
Okay.
I would have it be a banger of a match. But this is where Bobby Lashley loses the WWE Championship.
Yep.
Because he is Brock Lesnar, he can go anywhere the fuck he chooses.
Yeah.
He challenges Roman Reigns Survivor Series. WWE Champion versus United States Champion. Champion versus champion. The story's already there. I'd love to see it if it could work. Otherwise, I think they could make that work for WrestleMania.
Because I really would love to see Brock versus Roman, just to see what would Paul Heyman do.
That's going to be a story. I think, so to kind of circle back to the original question I asked you, what do I think would be next for Roman? I think it's going to be more family turmoil.
It has to be.
I think that we're going to see Jimmy and Jay go at each other. I think we could potentially see them be. It could be Jimmy versus Jay in Hell in a Cell.
How about this?
Okay.
Jimmy versus Jay versus Roman for a three.
Oh my gosh!
And it could happen. It could happen.
And what if they turn on Roman in the match and it's those two against him?
It could happen.
It writes itself.
it can happen because look, he already told his cousin, like, yo, you acting like your brother. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and Jimmy and Jay's just kind of taking the disrespect.
And Jimmy, you know what I mean? They're not on the same page.
Yeah.
And there's a belt to be had, and you do need to be the tribal chief.
You got a belt, you got a problem.
You got a belt, you got a problem. And if Roman wants to be the main guy, he's gonna have to beat both brothers.
And he'll do it.
And you know what I mean? Why not? Why not have a three-way? It'd be the cousins fighting each other at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is so dope. Oh, I'm so fucking here for this.
Look, don't let me get going. Don't let me get going.
All right, let's wrap it up, man. In regards to the predictions, I had 4-1. You had was that 5-1? And then you had 4-2?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
That's right, baby.
I'll take mine.
I'll take this. I'll take this dub.
I'm okay with what I did because I felt like, you know what?
It was all because of that Bianca Belair shit, though.
It was only because
otherwise we'd have been knotted up.
I just didn't want. I didn't see. We saw one title change tonight.
But you know what? It's because we switched around our women's championship predictions. We both didn't know, so we're just like, But I was pretty solid on Bianca.
I mean, it's
why don't we talk about the SmackDown Women's Championship, man? Do you want to talk about that? Let's get into that during SmackDown. Why don't we get into AEW, bro? No, I'm jumping all the way around. Before I do that, we need to put a grade on this show. From 1 to 10, what would you grade WrestleMania Backlash, my man?
First of all, I'm very disappointed that it's called WrestleMania at all. I think that's the most disrespectful shit.
Marketing, baby.
I'm so irritated.
WrestleMania Thunderdome.
And then you got the nerve to put freaking zombies inside the damn thing too. Damian Priest going against the Miz one more time. Like, that shit really got to me. I'm gonna give this. What sucks is, like, I really like some of the other matches. I guess I'm gonna give this like maybe a 7.
Bro, you know what
I could do 7.5.
I hate to say this, but WrestleMania Backlash to me felt like a good episode of Monday Night Raw. It didn't feel like a great pay-per-view.
Yo, that would be like the dopest Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Like, this was basically like, hey, if Monday Night Raw gave you the matches that you really wanted to see type of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this. This is like a Fastlane.
Yeah. But Fastlane's usually lit because you're just like, oh shit, what's gonna happen at WrestleMania? But this was just like, hey, every match that you've seen at WrestleMania, we're gonna run it back, but not make it that dope.
Except other than the last two matches.
Yeah, okay, so other than the WWE Championship, yes, that was better. But the Universal Championship, that ain't touching that Roman Edge and Daniel Bryan.
No, definitely not.
But I mean, it was still fire nonetheless.
It was still good. If that was on Monday Night Raw, that would be the dopest Monday Night Raw match.
Yeah. So pros and cons. Pros definitely being the WWE Championship match, Universal Championship match, that was lit. I did like the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. That was cool. It was a little slow at first, but the whole father-son winning, fucking, you got me. I got kids, man. Pros, I said that, and then cons being the whole. It was kind of, the women's matches were kind of botchy.
Yeah,
I will say there were some moments when I was like, I kind of want to see a little bit smoother. Specifically the Rhea Ripley shit. Bianca and Bayley, they did well. I can't really hate on that. But the zombie shit was terrible. To be fair, I'll give this a 7 out of 10.
Perfect.
Because the Roman Reigns shit was fire. The Bobby Lashley shit was fire. So I gotta balance it out a little bit.
I'm cool with that.
Why don't we get into NXT?
Let's do this. Okay. Let's do it. What are we talking about?
If we're going to talk about NXT, we got to talk about Hit Row, man.
Hit Row is dope. Love the fact that there's a new stable and they all could rap their ass off.
These are legit artists that are wrestlers and music artists. This is dope. We found out a little bit about them. It's featuring Top Dollar AJ Francis, which is the guy from A&D's Most Wanted Treasures. This guy is literally doing a show with Undertaker one moment and then actually in NXT like training. That's what's up. I'm feeling that.
Yeah, I'm feeling that too.
Isaiah Swerve Scott, Ashanti the Adonis, which we've been seeing him a little bit on 205 Live and NXT, and then B-Fab, which is their female rapper.
They're gonna cut a hit song, and they're gonna sell a lot, and they're gonna sell a lot of merch. And
yep.
They're gonna get over.
The Hit Row shit is like a play on Death Row. You can already kind of see that. Like
they're gonna get over. They're gonna get over, and once they get over, it's gonna be a wrap.
You know what else? What super got over me was that Kushida and Santos Escobar 2 out of 3 falls match.
So,
please tell me you saw that.
I did, and
okay.
It was a great match. It's Escobar. Like, what do you? It's Kushida. Like, you're going.
I'm so glad that they let them fight one more time.
I am too. Now that it's over, I want to see. I want to see Escobar
go up, right?
I want to see him go for like at least the North American title.
He needs to go up and wait.
Yeah, I mean something.
Yeah,
him and Johnny Gargano.
So he's literally he is at the weight limit for cruiserweight. He's at 205. So if he gains any weight, they don't. Yeah, that's KD.
Yeah.
but he is ready. I mean, who's next? Because we see with the NXT North American Championship, we see it's on Johnny Gargano and Bronson Reed are feuding.
Right.
I can see Bronson Reed eventually getting it, and then Santos could be the person to take it from him.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm totally cool with that.
And he has, Legado del Fantasma. Like,
yeah, and I mean, we see Finn's going to be busy with the main event card, the main event slot with old Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross, man, great entrance, great hit. Mike Skills is cool. He has a bad broad. But once that bell rings, man, I'm not connecting with this dude and his finisher.
This motherfucker is burnt toast. Okay,
Yo.
He just ain't. Yeah, shit's whack. Like straight up.
Time's up.
Yeah, like Karrion Kross, you are so lame, bro. Like I try and support you, like just like Bush said, you got a bad bitch, a dope entrance, but you are not fire in the ring.
Nah, I don't buy. I just ain't buying everything that you're doing in the ring. Other than that, man, I'm for you because I think what you got. You have an attention, like people are drawn to what you got.
He has a presence.
Yes, the presence is there. Other than that, though, the finisher is just not connecting, man.
The in-ring shit, none of it is connecting with
maybe a submission hold that would be like pretty raw.
Yo, fans, if you guys actually like Karrion Kross, hit us on Twitter because I'm not there just to talk shit. Like legit. If you guys see something in him that we just don't see, like, and I'm not talking about Charlotte's fat ass, like literally, like what is it about him that makes him so dope?
I'm talking about Charlotte's fat ass.
We gotta say that for the Patreon. Man, one other thing I've been really digging is the whole Cameron Grimes and Ted DiBiase skits, man.
Cameron Grimes
going straight to the moon.
Everybody's got a price.
Everybody. Yo, man, Cameron Grimes got outbid at an auction by Ted DiBiase.
He's like, who puts $20 million on a house?
Ted DiBiase a couple weeks ago bought the whole club out.
Yo. Everybody's got a price.
What is going to be the payoff to this, though? Because unless Ted Jr. comes back to NXT, I don't see $1 Million Man getting physical. So, like, what are they going to do? You think they'll have them pair up together? Or, like, what?
I think that Ted DiBiase could possibly manage Cameron Grimes.
I would love it.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe he'll be his money manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something like that. Something to that effect. It's going to happen a couple more times, and then, boom, they'll figure it out. We'll find out. But Cameron Grimes, Ted DiBiase skits are
it's gold.
Yeah, it's money. You know what I mean? It's perfect. So I'm all here for that.
Anything else about NXT you want to cover?
Not really, man. I mean, I'm not really. Everything that we saw the week before with Shotzi Blackheart and them losing the tag titles.
Yeah. Shout out to The Way, Candice
Way.
LeRae and Indy Hartwell for winning the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. That match was a banger.
Yeah. Other than that, and that was a dope match. Like, honestly,
that was a hell of a way for and I'm glad that they finally won it because that's Candice LeRae's first title in WWE. And then they had all those good matches and they faced each other in the Dusty's Classic. I want to say in the semis, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
And if it wasn't them, it was Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai.
Dakota, yeah. And I'm waiting for Dakota to turn on Raquel.
Gotta happen.
Gotta happen.
Let's get into AEW, brother.
Yep.
Big news that happened since our last episode. Kenny Omega wins the TNA Impact Championship, and he is collecting all the belts, man.
I'm okay with that. I was fine with that. I know there's a lot of people that did not like that. They were like, yo, that did not help the star that lost the belts at all.
Yeah,
like they didn't give any rub to TNA or whatever.
Well, so there the Impact champion was Rich Swann, who used to be in WWE. He was one of the cruiserweight guys. I watch Impact from time to time, and honestly, like that didn't. I watched the match too. For one, I did watch the actual championship match. Rich Swann looked great in there, but he does not measure up to Kenny Omega at all.
I had heard that Kenny Omega just basically carried him at one point.
He just whooped his ass
because he was just gassed.
Bro, there's a point where like Swerve. I mean, like, yeah, I don't Swerve. Rich Swann, who is he's like reminiscent to Leon Ruff. He's like a very small dude, like size. If you were to give you a visual, yeah, he was like out, and Kenny Omega just hit him with like 2 knee strikes. Like it was bad. But you know, if you're gonna lose the championship and put it on Kenny, I'd rather it be someone like Rich Swann. We found out over this past Saturday that my dude Moose, he's gonna be the person to challenge Kenny Omega for the TNA Impact Championship. And
okay.
Yo, Moose is that dude. He's one of those guys that could easily be in WWE or AEW. He's just been so loyal to Impact, and you know it's been working.
How'd you feel about Blood and Guts?
My nigga. All right, this is where we're gonna cut into a social media clip because I'm about to go off these motherfuckers. AEW, I am such a huge fan of you guys, but check this shit out. You guys keep on selling me on shit, and it just ain't working. So I spent $50 on that AEW Revolution, that exploding barbed wire death match. Again, a great fucking match. Horrible fucking ending. You have to stop selling me on things and giving me a kapoo. Yo, that's like basically when you meet a chick, about to get down, and then she's like, oh no, and you gotta go home with blue balls. That's what AEW has been doing to me, because you give me all this good fucking quality action, and then all of a sudden, when I'm about to catch that nut, you like, no, we're just gonna end it like that. So, you give me that bullshit ass explosion, and then in the actual Blood and Guts match, you give me these fire ass moments. You see Sammy Guevara doing fucking Spanish flies from rope to rope, and then motherfuckers is getting cut up and all this shit. And then you want to push Chris Jericho off a goddamn top of a Hell in a Cell, and this nigga gonna fall into a crash mat, and you show a close up of him laying like he about to take a nap. What is this shit?
Into the crash mat. Like, don't show the crash mat. Show MJF. Focus on the man that just pushed Chris Jericho, and then go from the top of the ring and get a shot of him there. Why are you going to show me that there's a crash mat at the bottom?
Man, WWE showed you exactly how to do it tonight when Drew McIntyre threw Bobby Lashley through the screen. All we saw was Drew posing, yeah, I'm a monster. I threw the motherfucker through this.
And you saw sparks.
You saw sparks.
You saw sparks, and you didn't see Lashley after that.
You use your imagination. You know, oh, something happened, and then he was taken out. The cameraman did not focus on Bobby Lashley because clearly those guys know what the hell they're doing.
And then Lashley came in out of nowhere to win. That's how you do it.
AEW, you guys are clearly showing that you are the newer team in town, and that's okay, but your wrestlers are busting their ass out there, and your production team or your stunts or magic department, whatever the hell you guys want to call it.
Magic department.
Y'all fucking suck.
Not the magic department.
Y'all are missing the magic, okay?
Definitely.
Man, if you got a belt, you got a problem, and Darby Allin no longer has a belt. Miro is the new TNT champion. Let's talk about it, brother.
I'm not mad at it. I'm happy for it. It looked like even Sting and Darby looked at each other like, yeah, like
it's too much.
It's over, man.
That's over. Him.
It's over. It's over, bro. You did a good job. It's over, though. You know
Sting got his ass whooped.
Sting got beat up, man.
Yo, why they do OG Sting like that, man?
Sting got manhandled outside, and there was nothing Darby could do about it. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this: do you think that Darby needs Sting?
Not anymore. In the beginning, it felt good. It felt good for the match that they had, which was dope. That match they had.
The street fight?
Yeah, the street fight.
Yeah, against Team Taz.
But after the street fight, nah, he don't need him no more.
I think it's just kind of on some like, hey, you know, he's the cool OG to have around, but you don't need Sting. I think Darby's over.
Yeah, no, Darby is look, Darby has defended this title for God knows how long. It was the main event title at this point. Even Kenny Omega hasn't been on the main to finish the card.
Yeah,
like it's been Darby.
And I, you know what I appreciate about Darby? He's like, yo, I don't care about the AEW championship. I want the TNT championship. That means more to me. And I'm feeling that because it's like, yo, I've always been an Intercontinental Championship guy. If you guys can't tell, I like the workhorse title. I like the people that are going to be in there really just putting on the freaking show. So Darby, like, nothing but respect for you, man. And like, I love what you're doing with your character, the evolution, the ride that you've been taking us on. And if you're going to lose the title to someone, let it be someone like Miro.
And my son loves Darby Allin. That's his favorite wrestler. That's his dude. He likes Sting, so for him to see Sting with Darby when it first happened, like he was like, yo! So yeah, it was good. Miro needed a title. He came in, he got some gold on his belt or gold on his waist, and Christian is still nowhere to be found.
Yo, Christian's gonna be in the casino battle royale for Double or Nothing.
Yeah, is he gonna be at a casino trying to win? Because he ain't catching nothing right now. This fool ain't doing nothing big. Like
crapping out right now, man.
Yeah, yo, man, this dude needs to fold.
What a freaking waste.
It's what CM Punk had recently said about like, yo, I don't want to be a good wrestler on a crappy show or like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be just a wrestler. Like, I'm not just a wrestler, you know? Like, this is what it feels like when I see Christian. I'm like, why isn't Christian facing Hangman Page? Why isn't Christian facing Darby Allin? Why isn't he going against Miro for whatever reason? Like I understand their storylines or whatever, but
they gotta build him. He's supposed to outwork everyone. But,
well, I mean, he needs to be outworking people on AEW Dark
or something. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I'm not seeing anything. He should be going after. He came in with a spot on Kenny Omega, and ever since then, you never seen him.
Ain't that the truth?
You know what I mean? He came in
like hot on some like, yo, I'm coming for Kenny Omega's title, and then like he started getting his ass beat by Will Hobbs.
Yeah, what the hell is that? Why isn't he facing John Moxley?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like this is Christian got to step it up, bro. They need to do something with that guy.
I wholeheartedly agree, man. Another thing that man caused a lot of stir on the internet was Cody Rhodes' promo when he was going after Anthony Ogogo, saying that the British, they come over here to live the dream, and gosh, Cody, I love Cody Rhodes' promos.
I did not see this.
This was highly controversial, and here's what the controversy was. He was saying that people come to America to live the American dream, and he is a white man with a black wife, and he's going to have a beautiful biracial daughter, and that is the American dream. It is also what fucking slave owners do. So it's like, my man. So you're talking about it's not cool these days to have any pride to be an American, and I get it. Your father's the American dream. He's calling himself the American dream. From one night he's going against a British man, but you're going against a British Nigerian, my dude. So it's like you're still talking about a brother. You're talking about this stuff.
He could have said this in so many different ways. He could have been like, yo, man, I know you're over here. I know you're from Britain. That's what's up. My dad's the American dream, and guess what? So am I. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he could have did it a whole different way. He didn't have to bring in race or anything.
He didn't have to bring in his half-black daughter. No,
none of that. You don't have to bring in none of that.
Nah, not a good move, Cody. And yo, Cody, you are literally one of my favorite promos in the whole world. But yeah, that just wasn't good. And it's crazy because like when he finished it, I was like, damn, that was a good ass promo. And then I thought about it somewhere. I was like, that wasn't it, Cody.
I heard there's heat backstage with Cody too.
So no, it's actually all the EVPs. I guess there's some talk between the executive vice presidents of AEW are Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, Cody.
Yeah.
And I guess all of them aren't getting along. Like all of them, or I guess not all of them are on the same page. And I've been hearing Cody as well as being the person that's like the issue.
Damn.
So I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, it's starting to show.
Yeah.
Starting the show.
Yeah. How about the Young Bucks retiring SCU?
Good. I was never feeling SCU.
Put the old dogs out to pasture.
SCU came in hot, and I was like, yeah, SCU, are you
when
guys...
When they first won the tag champions?
Let's see what you guys are about.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know. It just reminded me of, like, I don't know what to call it. I really don't know what it was.
It's just...
Great wrestling.
They have a very outdated gimmick.
Yeah.
Christopher Daniels, I don't know what the fuck you are wearing when you come to the ring. And then the whole, who are the best? SGU! With the whole little microphone shit. It's just not funny. It's not cool. It's like, you look like an old ass dude that thinks you're cool, but hella isn't, and you're trapped in like the 90s with your style.
That's like listening to AC/DC.
Yo, but that's the funny thing, like yo, in wrestling,
like I love AC/DC.
Like yo, respect to like rock in general, but like yo, when
you got
it shows when you're so out of touch. Because even like, look at fucking SmackDown's theme song, "Are you ready for a good time?" Like, that shit is old.
Yeah, that shit's trash.
Old. Like, that's not what people, you like AEW, that's why they're killing you guys in the demographic, for the younger demographic, the 18 to 50, because like people they want that new shit, you know? So it's like, but to bring it back, Christopher Daniels, man, you missing your damn best moonsault ever, like, or the best damn moonsault, I don't know what it is. Yo, bro, thank you for retiring. Thank you for your contribution to the wrestling business, but it's your time. It's your time. Be an agent backstage.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Ricky Starks is injured, man. He's suffering from a fractured neck from that match that he had with Hangman Page. I knew when we were watching that there was something up.
Yeah,
I said that was a very rough match when I remember watching that.
That sucks, man. I had read the report on that. I was like, ooh.
Fractured neck, though?
That's harsh. That's very harsh. And that's a horrible way to go out, honestly. Imagine trying to sleep like that. Trying to walk like that.
Trying to do anything. Yeah. And I believe it's going to be about 3 months that he's going to be out.
I'll be out for 6, man. Screw all that.
Man, why don't we talk about the Double or Nothing card? We've been finding out that a lot of matches are coming up, and this is going to be on May 30th. Full fans in attendance. So this is the first time AEW has had fully packed shows since the pandemic. The biggest match announced was Kenny Omega versus Pac versus Orange Cassidy. AEW Championship.
I'm here for it. I really don't like how. Can you see AEW Championship on Orange Cassidy?
Not at all.
And you know AEW is good for doing some wild shit.
Yeah.
AEW Championship on Pac right now?
Yeah, I think Orange Cassidy being the AEW Championship, being the AEW champion, is some shit that can only exist in a video game. Pac is not the dude for it. I think it's just going to be, they're going to keep the story going with Kenny.
It has to.
Has to.
If you don't, you're going to have a very interesting...
Can you imagine Jim Cornette the next day?
Oh, God.
If Orange Cassidy won the AEW Championship.
He's going to blow his gasket right now just hearing
what the fuck?
What the fuck? You got freshly squeezed juice. against old Francis Olivia.
It's goddamn Canadians.
Yeah, I'm waiting. You know what? I look forward to Jim Cornette's voice every week, bro. It cracks me up.
That Kentucky, man.
What the fuck?
We found out about the Casino Battle Royale. We touched on that a little bit. It's going to be Christian and Evan Bourne. Matt Sydal is his name. That's his. I know him from shit. No,
I laugh because I'm like, yeah, call him. No,
that's what I know him as.
That's what it is.
Oh, Dean Ambrose ass. You know what I mean? We're gonna have the Young Bucks versus Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston for the AEW Tag Team Championship. Brian Cage versus Hangman Page.
I'm actually looking forward to that match.
The Page and Cage.
Yes,
that'll be lit. I'm looking forward to this one. Hikaru Shida versus Dr. Britt Baker. DMD.
I could not wait to see this. I've been dying.
This is when Britt Baker's going to get the championship.
Has to. It's going to be in front of everybody.
Everyone. And the last time they fought, Shida won.
Miro versus Darby Allin again?
I think that has to be the rematch, right? Especially after that Darby promo after they went off the air saying...
This is where I feel like Sting turns on Darby.
Okay.
This is where I feel like Sting turns on Darby.
Here's what I could see. So 2 ways. So if Miro destroys Darby again, I see Lance Archer coming out.
Oh, okay.
Because Sting and Lance Archer and Darby, they've been it's been this kind of triangle effect they've been really doing with that. So I could see like Lance Archer being the big person to stand up to Miro. kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see that too.
And, you know, I don't want to say Miro's going to lose the title to him, but, like, imagine Miro and Lance Archer. That shit, oh, man.
That'd be tight.
That kind of, like, I'm like, kind of hyped just thinking about that.
Pinnacle, Inner Circle.
Stadium Stampede, though.
I'm here for that, because Stadium Stampede, last time I saw it, was pretty dope.
That shit was lit, man. The whole Matt Hardy thing, like, okay, one of my favorite moments from Stadium Stampede last year was fucking Matt from the Young Bucks. He did the suplexes down the whole, like, 50-yard line.
That was raw.
I've never seen no shit like that before. Like, that was amazing.
Wasn't that the same match with the go-kart?
Yes, no.
Or the golf cart, I mean?
Yes, it was. That was the Stadium Stampede.
That was a Stadium
because that was Matt Hardy and Sammy, right?
Yeah.
And that's what continued their feud.
Which was hilarious.
Yeah. Shit, man. Why don't we get into SmackDown, brother?
SmackDown.
We talked about much of the stuff already, but the one thing we wanted to touch on is Tamina and Natalya winning the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
Long overdue.
11 years in the game for Tamina.
They did some pretty good spots in the match too. I ain't gonna lie. I like seeing them as a tag team. I like them just the way they are. Don't give them a name. Don't give them some type of gimmick. Just leave them be. Let them be their heritage or their lineage or whatever, and just let them.
I mean, it's you have a Hurt family member and a Snuka. Like, come on.
Let them be. Let them be.
Yeah.
It's for Tamina. It's her first title in 11 years. She debuted with
the Usos, who've had at least 8 different tag team reigns.
And I'm sure, there's a lot behind that with her dad's situation.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of embarrassment. A lot of
politics in general.
Yeah, and so I'm sure like that did not help her mentally.
I mean, look at how they did with Chris Benoit's son. Like, they just pretty much was like, yo, since that's your son, I mean, that's your dad, you look dead on this dude, we can't even have you around here. Like,
which is crazy because
it's not David Benoit, man. Like, he just gets the short end of the stick just because he's a wrestler's son.
Yeah.
And he used to be there all the time.
Yeah, all the time. And now he's not even there at all. And I feel like Tamina, you know what I mean? She's definitely earned her stripes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shout outs to them. I'm happy for them. The Uso story is great with Roman, and SmackDown has been alright.
Yeah, man. I've been loving SmackDown. It's been overall a great show. I'm so glad that Jimmy is back. I'm so glad that they're building up Cesaro. I'm glad that we don't know what's going on with Seth Rollins and his development. There's just so many things that are just going on, man.
They keep mentioning Roman keeps mentioning Daniel Bryan, so
Yeah, and even let's not forget about how Seth Rollins stepped up to Roman Reigns tonight, and that kind of foreshadowed something as well. So it's like there's plenty of different ways and directions that this show can go into, and I am feeling it. Man, let's get into our we're gonna get into the finishing parts of the show, but before we do, man, I had this question that I asked on IG. And I asked who was the greatest Intercontinental Champion, and I got a bunch of different responses, man. So I wanted to pose that question to not only to you, Bush, but to our listeners as well. Who do you guys think is the greatest Intercontinental Champion? I personally think I have a top 3. Who are my top guys for that? Number 1, no, I don't even want to put a number. I'll put it in
no particular
order. Chris Jericho. Because he has just had it throughout so many different eras, and he always just freaking killed it. The Miz, just because he is, 2008 SmackDown era with The Miz and the Intercontinental Championship, and he was with Maurice. That was the moment that they could have put him as the WWE Champion. I don't know why they didn't pull the trigger, but that was like perfect. And 3, oh gosh, I want to say Dolph.
Dolph is a good one.
I want to say Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler is actually a pretty good one.
He's a great Intercontinental Champion. If I wanted to throw more, I could say Shawn Michaels and Daniel Bryan. That would be like my main ones, but
those are like the best ones.
Yeah, those are the best of the best. Bush, if you had to pick some of your top Intercontinental Champions ever, who would they be?
I'm gonna go deep on you on this one right here.
Okay, you going Razor?
Razor would be awesome.
Okay,
Razor would be awesome. I'm gonna go Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. Why not? Okay,
I'm gonna go Honky Tonk Man because he gets slept on very much so. And Honky Tonk Man,
honk man.
Lightweight Honky Tonk Man was one of the dopest heels, man. And
that's Elias.
Yeah, you don't get Elias without Honky Tonk Man
at all.
Another one. I really wouldn't mind saying Razor Ramon, but I'm gonna go Bret Hart.
Oh, okay. Respect.
I like Bret Hart as the IC champion.
Okay, just pause on that. a lot of people, they're like, yo, I know you're a huge Shawn Michaels fan. Yo, I love Bret too, by the way. Like a lot of people, they're like, you can only have one or the other. But I really like Bret Hart too. And he does it for the culture too. He got a black wife and everything. Yo, Bret, you my dude too. Don't get it twisted. But go ahead and resume, sir.
Yeah, I like Honky Tonk Man. I like Bret Hart. And the next one, the last one, it's a toss up, man, because man, I like The Rock.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I like The Rock.
Yo, The Rock was the People's Champion. That was the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, totally.
The Rock was dope as the IC champion. Like a lot of good. I'm sleeping. I'm tripping, dude. Macho Man.
There you go.
Macho Man, Honky Tonk Man, and Bray.
Okay, perfect.
I'm good with that. I can live with that all day.
Let's get into our wrestlers of the week.
Okay, this is. Damn, we've been gone for a while.
It's been a while. So shit, should we include that time too?
I'm going to. I have to.
All right.
I keep saying her name and I keep bringing her up, dude. Shotzi Blackheart has to be in there.
Okay.
That damn match was awesome. They don't get enough props for that match.
Okay.
And all of them, like they were dope. I'm gonna put Shotzi.
Okay.
Roman.
Okay.
And you know what? After watching tonight. Braun.
Oh!
Braun Strowman gets my...
That has not ever happened.
Yo, Braun, bro.
The debut of Braun Strowman on the Wrestlers of the Week. Holy shit.
Braun Strowman?
See what happens when we go live on Twitch, baby.
And you know what? And for consideration or whatever, Cesaro was right in that area.
Oh, yeah.
Because Cesaro showed so much strength. I was just more impressed at how much a big man like Braun was able to do the things he did during this match and still keep up with Lashley and Drew. And dude, you dove off of all kinds of different things. You were hung upside down. You caught Drew mid-air and powerbombed him.
Yeah.
In the middle of a match. Like that was you hung in there, dude. Like and you showed why like. Yo, I'm Braun Strowman, I'm dope. And I've seen this guy do drop kicks before, so it's like, props to him. He's in my top 3.
All right, if I had to pick, for me, I'm going to mix this up a little bit. I'm going to kind of go all over the place. First and foremost, New Jack. Your impact, and I've just been thinking about this so much lately. And I enjoyed that episode of Dark Side of the Ring. I went back and watched it again, seeing just like really thinking about it. And like, yo, you were one of my favorite dudes in ECW growing up. And, RIP to you, respect to you and your family. One time for New Jack.
Yeah.
Other people that I have to mention, I got to go with RK Bro. Woo! Matt Riddle and Randy Orton have been the most entertaining part of Monday Night Raw for the past 3 weeks.
Damn near holding up the entire program.
Real shit. And my third, last, it's definitely not least, our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, because your whole storyline, you put Daniel Bryan out. We haven't heard from Edge. You just clowned your younger cousin and you just dogged out Cesaro. You have my respect, Roman.
Yeah.
It's yours, dog.
We recognize you.
You have it.
Recognize you.
Match of the week.
Ooh.
I got it. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go ahead.
I'm going to go with the WWE Championship. So, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman. That's my match of the week.
Match of the week. Damn, I hate to bite, but I think that is the match of the week.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, brother.
I think that is the match of the week, man. That was a damn good match from every single person. Drew was jumping off ropes. Bobby got thrown through damn explosive background, whatever, walls. And then Braun was doing his thing, man. They all put in work. Good match.
Best shows? This one's a little tough.
I'm going to go with NXT.
I will...
I like NXT because of Kushida, Escobar, $1 Million Man spot.
You're right. It's NXT. Because my only hold up, it was NXT or SmackDown for me. I really liked the Jimmy Uso stuff, but I really liked it more the previous week. And when I think about it, the past 2 weeks of NXT have been fire. like you mentioned, the Shotzi match.
Yeah.
Shotzi and Ember for the tag team, and then the Kushida match was fire. The Hit Row stuff was fire. The Swerve versus Leon Ruff match was fire.
Mm-hmm.
There's just been a lot of things. The storyline development with Imperium.
Hit Row is in.
Yeah, you know like that. It's already over.
And you know I'm an AEW guy. I couldn't even put nobody on there, and I want to, but
I wanted to put Blood and Guts as there, but
I would have gladly put Darby and Miro, but you know,
that shit was kind of boring.
After I watched tonight, I'm kind of like,
right? Yeah, that Braun Strowman shit.
Yo, Braun showed up, bro.
Yeah. Big time. All right, so let's put a bow on this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going live on Twitch every week from now on.
Yeah.
Like, we're just figuring this out. We don't have any overlays, any emotes yet, or any of that stuff. But if you guys do have Twitch, be sure to subscribe to us, just like on any of our other socials. You can find us at Jabroni Bros Pod. This is my brother, Monty Bush.
I am Monty Bush.
I am Just Fresh. Make sure you follow us both, okay? Look, like I said, this motherfucker got like 10,000. Let's get them numbers, baby.
Let's get those numbers up. Get those numbers up.
As always, fuck Hulk Hogan.
Fuck Hulk. Oh, hey, make sure that you guys get on Twitter. We need you guys to get Twitter accounts.
Yeah, like for real, because we're more active on Twitter. Like, that's where we talk our shit, and we like to tweet during pay-per-views and everything, so like follow along with us there.
Get on there, and fuck Hulk Hogan.
All right, we'll see you on the next episode, guys. Peace.
Woo!